Good evening. In today's episode, we'll be covering the ongoing case of Anthony Tony Mitchell, a 33-year-old car salesman from Boldo, Alabama, who meets a disturbing end. But before we begin, we would like to introduce ourselves. We are Twisted Tales from Alabama. We'll be covering ongoing cases, cold cases, and murder. We have a passion for this genre due to our moral obligation to see those who need justice prevail. Now let's begin.
And that breaking news, the death of Walker County Jail inmate Tony Mitchell has been ruled a homicide.
You may remember the footage from January 2023. Mitchell being carried out of the jail at Walker Baptist Hospital. Doctors noting his body temperature was 72 degrees. ABC 3340 Cynthia Gould is joining us now with the latest developments. Cynthia?
Well, Brenda, this death certificate sent to us just after 4 o'clock this evening. The cause of death, hypothermia. The underlying cause of death is listed as sepsis, resulting from infected injuries obtained during incarceration and medical neglect. Now, Mitchell's family received this death certificate today. His sister, speaking through tears, told us by phone she is just too emotional at this point to comment. Community activist Ryan Cagle says the death certificate reveals what we've known to be true since day one. Cagle told us he hopes this means everyone involved in Mitchell's death will be held accountable. Right now, they are planning a rally at the jail. In a written statement, Sheriff Nick Smith said tonight he has been dedicated to transparency, providing all video footage and documents to the FBI and SBI. He said the recently completed autopsy brings us closer to uncovering the truth. The full autopsy, though, those details have not been shared with us. In the newsroom, Cynthia Gould.
Anthony Tony Mitchell, a 33-year-old car salesman, dies of hypothermia in a Walker County jail due to a mental breakdown following his father's death. Family members dialed 911 to get Tony some needed help. When authorities came onto the scene to do a welfare check, it was alleged that Mitchell fired a single shot at deputies and ran off into the woods. Deputies apprehended him January 12th of 2023 and brought him to jail on the charges of attempted murder. Mitchell died January 27th, 2023, approximately 2 weeks later. What happened? According to a coroner's report, Coroner Joey Vick filed February 1st, 2023, ruling Mitchell's death a homicide due to medical neglect. He detailed Mitchell died due to hypothermia and sepsis. Tony was tortured, tased, and prongs that was left within his back by law enforcement causing gashes and drugged through his own feces, leading to an infection known as sepsis. Sepsis occurs when chemicals released into the bloodstream to fight an infection trigger inflammation throughout the body. This can cause a flood of changes that damage multiple organ systems, leading them to fail. Sepsis is usually caused by bacterial infections, but may be the result of other infections such as viruses, parasites, or fungi. After medical staff got a rectal temperature of 72 degrees, medical staff speculated that Tony must have been held within a freezer or some seriously freezing jail cell, causing hypothermia before his death. According to a lawsuit filed by Tony's family, he was kept in severe conditions and neglect while at the Walker County Jail, allegedly with food and water being withheld for 70 hours, as well as being held in frigid conditions. Video evidence showing that Mitchell was not coherent or responsive upon his arrival to Walker Baptist Medical Center. Walker County law enforcement responded to the Mitchell family's lawsuit, denying most of the accusations as mere speculation. The sheriff's office said that they never put Tony in a freezer or kept him naked in his cell. From a WBRC report dated February 29th of 2024, Tony's death has been officially ruled a homicide. For those responsible, they will be facing criminal charges. As for possible charges, local defense attorney Roger Appeal says the consequences will vary based on the potential charges. He stated, murder, manslaughter, or criminally negligent homicide, each one is lower than the other. Murder can be 10 years to life. Manslaughter can be 2 to 20. And criminally negligent homicide as merely a misdemeanor, up to 12 months. So there is a big difference in those types of charges. This is devastating to the family and friends of Tony. Some state that he should still be here. Some say justice for Tony. Some say that they remember the late night fun they used to have. And many remember the man they referred to as a kind friend. As for those involved in Tony's death, we hope that no matter the outcome, that justice will always prevail. This is the first episode of Twisted Tales from Alabama. This is an ongoing case. If you would like to know more, please give us a like, a share, and subscribe for more Twisted Tales from Alabama. See you at the Tales.